we met each other like almost 20 years ago now.
A few other friends of ours were doing techno parties in the mid-90s, and I started to go on these parties.
Then one day around like 2000, a good friend of mine, he brought me to like a Goa kind of party, an underground party, and I was just completely hooked. It was so surreal. It was like people like Sunkite and Tycon back in the day.
A friend of mine took me there against my will, actually.
He said like, Michael, you have to come with me to one of these raves. I've been there last weekend. You have to come. I was like, fuck that, it's techno music and people on drugs and fuck that shit. I don't want to do it.
Almost no deco, no lights, nothing. But every Friday there was a group of 100-200 people who came.
I was not really old enough to go there, but I cheated myself inside.
And that night changed my whole life.
It was like love from first sight.
Like another dimension. I heard this crazy music and it was so much freedom in the music, so actually after this night I decided to start to do some kind of psychedelic progressive trance.
It was on the Saturday, Monday. I went and I bought 2 turntables.
I went to my first record shop to buy a record.
And at some point I just I want to do this. I want to play, I want to do this, I want to have a living from this kind of music.
I began to produce music on my mom's computer on Fruity Loops. I used to collect like tons of speakers and connect them all together, and just like used to hear my music like on this like ridiculous wall of sound that the whole neighborhood was like dancing to.
I never thought about making music, so my friends got me a check for my birthday. Got me a check. I said, what's that? And they say, we want you to go and buy yourself a synthesizer. And I just sat there and made music. That's how it started. And I thought it's shit, and people thought it's good.
And, little by little, you know, I came to the point where I think my music was pretty good to you know,
Point of no return.
And I thought, no, I wanna do this some more. So I quit my job.
And a couple of years after, I had my first release on Iboga Records.
Finally, I found like the trance. That's me, you know.
That's how it started, and we started to go raving together. And from there, we're here.